Hey guys, Gabe Suarez here, Suarez Tactics. So another product that I got from the Atibal guys is this guy right here. Check that out. Now this is on my CZ-SP01. Okay, take a look at that. Look at the features on it. Okay, look at it from the front. Okay, and then look at it from the top. Okay, it looks really similar to another Optic that's out there that I'm not going to mention. Okay, this is the box right here. Okay, right, SLR1 RD. Okay, all right, and you can see the website on the bottom there, Atibal Optics. Okay, now I had met Jimmy, the CEO of Atibal, some years ago through some mutual contacts in the firearms world, and we chatted and stuff like that. We never did business, unfortunately, but reconnected with him recently. We were talking about optics, and he mentioned he has some really interesting stuff, and he knows that I've been running optics, my God, for over 15 years now. And he asked what I was running, and we talked and everything else. We talked a little bit about the nature of the optics industry. It's one of those things that everybody's getting into it. And to be perfectly honest, most optics out there, excluding RMRs and Holosons, are kind of trash. Okay, they've gotten on the cheap scale, and that I think is what's causing this attitude that some people have that optics are not reliable. Optics are hyper reliable. Mine have always been, but I have always bought quality. Okay. Anyway, so I got this from Jimmy, and I monitored it on my SPO1. And I'll tell you what, I've been running this a little bit in training, and I'm really liking this. Okay, it's solar powered, just like the other Atibal. It's got a battery, so primarily runs on battery. But it should the battery run out, you've got solar backup here, just like the Holosun. Okay, 50,000 hours. Okay. Look, if you exceed 50,000 hours without changing the battery, I think you're just being neglectful. Okay, so once a year, change your battery. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, but should the battery go out, you got the solar backup. All right, motion activated, just like the majority of optics that are quality that are out there right now, and that goes to save the battery. Now, guys are saying, well, what about the delay and everything like that? Look, you know what? I set this down and I walk away. And eventually, after some time, the dot will go out. But if I was to slam my fist on the table, the battery will come on, and the dot will come back up faster than I can pick this up and engage a target. So it's a non-issue as far as I'm concerned. Okay, like I said, it's got an RMR footprint, which is shared by the Holosun 508 series. And it's got a 3 MOA dot. This one happens to be red. I'm not sure if they're doing anything in green or not, but I'm pretty happy with how this is developed. Now, the one thing that I'll tell you is that I have a green fiber optic on this, because this is the front sight that I got from Impact Machine. And I don't really care for having a fiber optic and having a dot. It's not something that really works well together. So, if you're thinking about running an optic, I'd suggest you stay away from the fiber optic, because it's too much visual clutter. You're not sure which dot to find. Like I said, on most of my pistols, I like a tritium dot up front without any circles or other things, just tritium in the steel, and generally a black rear sight. That seems to work pretty well. But I think it's either this or the fiber optic, but not both. This being, I think, with a greater degree of applicability. But in any case, I got to tell you, this is a pretty good piece of kit. So if you're interested in this, and I'm not going to publish prices or anything like that. That's for you to go and research. But this is it right here. Okay. Nice piece of equipment. I don't get anything, royalties or any of that stuff. I just I told him I would take it out, shoot it, and review it. And if I thought it was crap, I'd call him and tell him it was crap. That I wouldn't, stab him in the back online, because that's not what I do. But I would only give a positive review if I was truly positive about it, and I am positive about this. It's a good piece of equipment. Okay? So anyway, that's it, guys. Keep Soros Tactics. See you on the range.